Hey everyone, imagine this, you're in high school, and there's this infamous gossip app about that, run by a guy named Simon Kelleher, and let me tell you, this isn't your average high school rumor mill. Simon's posts are always true, and they can absolutely ruin lives. He's built this whole empire on exposing everyone's deepest, darkest secrets. So, when he's found dead during detention one Monday afternoon with four other students in the room, it's not just a tragedy, it's the beginning of a massive mystery. This is the world of Karen M. McManus' incredible debut novel, One of Us is Lying, and trust me, if you're into thrilling mysteries with a heavy dose of real-life drama, this is a book you absolutely have to experience. I picked it up because I heard it was like The Breakfast Club meets Pretty Little Liars. And honestly, that description doesn't even do it justice. It's a gripping story about how everyone has secrets, and how those secrets can literally kill. The central question the book grapples with, and what truly hooked me, is what happens when the truth is so complicated it becomes deadly. So, the story kicks off with five students in detention. There's Simon, the creator of About That. Then you have Bronwyn, the brain, destined for Yale, always perfect, always on top. You've got Nate, the criminal, a notorious drug dealer who's always in trouble. Next up is Cooper, the jock, the all-American baseball star with a golden reputation. And finally, Eddie, the princess, the beautiful, popular girl who seems to have it all, especially the perfect boyfriend. These four are thrown into detention because Mr. Avery, their teacher, finds phones in their bags, phones that they all swear aren't theirs. And then Simon dies right there in front of them, from a severe allergic reaction to peanuts. Now, the police quickly zero in on these four. Why? Because it turns out Simon was about to publish new, incredibly damaging posts on his About That app, revealing secrets about each one of them. Imagine that, your deepest, most humiliating secret, about to be exposed to the entire school, possibly even ruining your future. That's a pretty strong motive, right? You might be wondering, but what were these secrets? Well, for Bronwyn, it was her meticulously hidden academic cheating in chemistry. For Nate, it was his continued drug dealing, a clear violation of his probation. Cooper's secret was far more personal. He was gay, and Simon was planning to out him publicly. And for Eddie, it was the fact that she had cheated on her seemingly perfect boyfriend, Jake, with another guy. Each secret, if exposed, had the power to shatter their lives as they knew them. The investigation starts, and it's messy. The police, particularly Detective Chang and Officer Budapest, are convinced that one of these four, or perhaps all of them working together, planned Simon's staff to keep their secret safe. And then a new anonymous Tumblr account pops up, called About This, which starts publishing Simon's unpublished posts and adding new cryptic messages, keeping the gossip machine alive and pointing fingers squarely at the baby four as the pressure mounts. You see these characters, who are complete strangers despite attending the same school, being forced into the shared nightmare. They have their own legal teams trying to protect them, but the public is relentless. They're called the baby four, and the media, especially a show called Mikhail Powers Investigates, turns their lives into a national spectacle. But here's where the story takes some truly unexpected turns. As Bronwyn, Nate, Cooper, and Eddie try to piece together what really happened, they start forming an unlikely bond. They realize that maybe, just maybe, they're not each other's enemies. They start sharing information, acting like a makeshift murder club to figure out the truth. And this is where the real genius of the book comes in. They uncover a shocking truth: Simon didn't just stumble into his death. He planned it all. Simon Kelleher, the king of gossip, was deeply depressed and obsessed with the idea of making a creative and unique suicide that would be talked about for years. His plan: to kill himself and frame the four students he hated most, using their secrets as the perfect motive. So, if Simon planned his own death, how did he do it, and who helped him? This is where Jake, Eddie's perfect boyfriend, comes into the picture. It's revealed that Jake was Simon's accomplice. Simon blackmailed Jake with the secret about rigging junior prom core votes. Jake's motive was not only to shut Simon up, but also to get revenge on Eddie for cheating on him. Jake was the one who continued the About This Tumblr, using it to control the narrative and keep the blame on the baby four. He even encouraged Eddie to go to the nurse's office, making her look more guilty. It's truly wild. You see these characters, initially defined by their stereotypes, slowly shed those layers as they're pushed to their limits. Bronwyn, the straight-laced academic, finds her rebellious side and develops feelings for Nate. Nate, the hardened criminal, shows surprising vulnerability and loyalty, especially towards Bronwyn. Cooper, the golden boy, finally embraces his true identity, thanks in part to Nate defending him in a crucial moment, and Eddie, the princess, learns to stand on her own 2 feet, breaking free from Jake's manipulative control. The climax is intense, with Eddie putting herself in grave danger to record Jake's confession. Leading to his arrest, Nate is released from jail, cleared of murder charges, and the truth finally comes out. What really resonates with me about One of Us is Lying is its message about perception versus reality. In a world driven by social media and instant judgment, it's so easy to reduce people to a single label or a juicy piece of gossip. This book brilliantly shows how beneath those superficial labels, people are complex, flawed, and often struggling with battles no one knows about. It makes you think about the power of secrets, how they can consume you, how they can be weaponized, and how sometimes revealing the truth, even if painful, can set you free. The book also highlights the dangers of unchecked social media and the desire for validation. Simon, at his core, craved attention and control, which drove him to these extreme lengths. It's a stark reminder of how public personas can mask deep personal turmoil. If you're looking for a book that will keep you guessing until the very end, make you question your own judgments, and ultimately leave you feeling a little more empathetic to the hidden struggles of others, then you absolutely need to read One of Us is Lying. It's a roller coaster of emotions and revelations, and it will definitely make you think twice about the next piece of gossip you hear. Go pick it up! You won't regret it!